time. Well, we're going to see if Winstrike are going to be able to do it. Game number 1 versus Fnatic for them. And I think that they have a pretty decent hill to climb. But again, you know, who knows? Maybe in the laning stage, they're going to get themselves into a situation where you can suddenly start snowballing the lanes. There was a game earlier where it felt like, you know, Optic was going to be able to completely destroy Serenity, and Serenity came back and just dominated them. And that was off the back of a Storm Spirit. Anything that's possible.
He's a hero that can do that. He's definitely one who can take over the game. But I don't like the supports for like super fast game takeover for Winstrike.
Yeah.
So much more of a burden on the Ursa and the Mirana in this one. But those are 2 cores that can certainly get the ball rolling. And key things to look for in this game, we're going to be looking at a battle for the Roche Pit. Ursa versus Templar Assassin. That's probably where we're going to have quite a bit of action happening.
Yeah, and of course, where you get those visions down, tips are going to fly out for Silent right at the beginning. Apparently, they really like their carry. That's what you got to do, right? Silent's a legend in the CIS region. It's got to be said.
That's true.
Yes, I just did that.
So DJ going to roll out. He does not have a ward on him. They instead have it on nobody. Okay, maybe trying to feint that they're going to place a ward here. We'll see if DJ runs away.
Middle.
Oh, they ping it out. Spot him, and now the walk away. It's classic, really. Also, the mids tipping each other in anticipation of a friendly rivalry. There have been more Battle Pass points handed out here. My goodness.
I tell you.
30 seconds.
All right, so no shenanigans. We're just getting right into it. It should be... Oh, there's absolutely 0 people top. The bear is just like, hello? Is there anyone? So Envy is just telling them to watch out bottom, I'm sure.
Yeah. A lot of pings up on that high ground. No fear. Maybe anticipating
Silent
a ward.
gonna slap that bear so hard. Get it. Get that bear.
He's got the movement speed advantage. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't.
Now the question is Envy trying to toy with him?
The battle
He just lets it go.
Yeah. No such luck. Bottom lane, though, is where No Fear has taken a beating already at the get-go. The slowdown, first blood. DJ in trouble. Is going to Fairy Fire. Has a salve to leap forward, and he's going to die.
Yeah, and then always want to fly, though, on the run. Will get stunned up. And Arctic Bird, unfortunately, a very long cooldown. So Universe is all alone in this effort, and he's going to salve. Ouch.
Getting out of there. The roll forward, Non-Grata just TP's back to lane, and he's fine and dandy as well.
Okay.
Another salve used.
2 salves burned then, but... So that means mid lane Storm will get his courier. No sneaky plays here.
Trading hits with Abed as well. Go for just some of those CS as well. And there are some early fortifications for the CS out of the mid lane.
So we've seen this quite a bit from Fnatic. They're going for the kill bottom on Always Want to Fly. So this whole plan is that DJ just plays with the Wraith King for a couple kills early on, and Envy is just by himself with the bear. Trying to get as many lasts as he can. And he's pretty successful. He's against 2 heroes here, and he's getting lasted somehow.
Yeah,
very impressive.
The strength of this lone druid just as a hero, and you run on in there. It is going to run into some issues, though. Obviously, Silent is a monster, stacking up those Fury swipes, and eventually it's going to end up killing off the bear if they're not careful. But Envy should be able to do a good job of messing around with them. DJ going to interrupt that pull as well, so there won't be a pull in the bottom lane.
Yeah, the reset time is actually insanely long on Fury Swipes now. So it makes it very hard to manage it with the Lone Druid, but pulling under the tower is only so much they can do. They start to dive, but Pilot Eye in behind. We'll put the hurt on the Arctic Burn.
Just be careful, he's wearing down pretty soon, and he's
Look at
going
him
to dodge
juking.
through
Uh-oh.
the brambles, but that tree is in his way. Pilot Die in some trouble. Silence there as well. He's going to be able to get that extra damage in. But
wow. When's the last time you saw Cold Embrace
Embrace
level 2? But this is a good lane for it.
Mid lane.
Oh, they can use it to heal the bear. It's percent base too. This is genius.
Oh, it's pretty smart. God, Iceberg got very low.
This is actually going to work out totally fine this lane because of that.
That's really cool. And the fear just to secure last hits. That's the most Envy thing, I gotta say. It's like your mechanism for saving your life, and he's using it to secure one last hit.
Oh, didn't secure that one.
A little bit off. It happens. Regen bottom. Scouted by DJ. It looks like he might just pick it up himself.
Radiant are scanning.
Or save it for his TA. That's the friendly thing to do.
We'll say Iceberg's looking great. I mean, this guy exceptional mid player, of course. 17-4 versus the 8-3. No real experience issues so far. Just a couple for the TA, but Abed's about to get level 4 as well.
Oh, and taking a lot of damage. The fear comes out. And that's going to keep Envy alive for the moment. Yet again, Highlight Eye keeping his core
Abed
there.
mid lane, 10 HP on Iceberg.
Oh. He's been playing this very close there.
Is it better to die or to TP and run back?
That's a good question. We'll find out the answer, though. The Universe picks up a kill on Always Want to Fly.
So now what does Abed do? Does he suicide? Because he's not. He's sticking around. He's flying out regen. Okay, he'll have enough time, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone for a little while now. And as he's coming back in, the Courier's going to get there before him, actually.
I guess he's no choice. The Storm Spirit didn't die, so.
Yeah. Well, kind of an odd start there for the mid lane. But it is going to help Abed out a little bit more into this lane here. Iceberg has had a good time so far, trading off those refraction instances. Haven't seen any rotations mid yet. DJ just trying to ensure the experience for this Wraith King, and dodges away from the arrow. That is going to put him in a little bit of a sticky situation. Has the roll away, but not enough. They take him down.
And meanwhile, the mid lane, the top rune was just an invis, so Abed, unfortunately, not going to be able to make any use of it because he's continued CSing. Didn't get that last hit, though.
Did he deny it from the Storm Spirit at least?
The rune? Yeah, he took the
Okay.
rune.
So level 5 now. DJ coming mid for the moment.
He spots the Observer Ward. They got to kill that before it expires, so Abed will run up on the high ground.
Yeah. Now, Storm Spirit obviously realizing that Earth Spirit could have been sticking around that area. Is just going to head off to the jungle for a little while while Envy runs through a bramble. A bit of damage coming out, but not enough to secure the kill, and he just solves up immediately afterwards. So they're going to stay here just for the moment until Iceberg gets 6, or he's going to come back to lane and play it safe.
Meanwhile, Universe and DJ try and make it go here. Not always want to fly.
Oh,
Nice kick down from DJ.
well played indeed, and getting a couple crits. No, the stomp coming from the Centaur. They're going to secure the runes. And Always Want to Fly. In trouble, gonna die.
DJ, though, has to try and survive here. There's one more leap and a stick.
Give him that skeleton.
There you go.
Look at
That'll
that guy.
send him back. Ha!
Bounty runes, at least for now, looks like
All
it was.
4.
Nicely played there. Pick him up for Fnatic. A little visit to the Shadow Realm for No Fear. Continuing to trade hits. If you look at the CS here, it's into the favor of Ursa, but not by a significant margin. So across the board, looking fairly even.
Yeah, and a lot of these Storm Spirit last hits especially are neutrals, so when you actually switch over to the net worth, the TA is ahead.
Yeah. Feel a little bit more regen being flown out there as well. It's a possibility. And DJ going to rotate in again. Look at the levels right now. He's about on par with the rest of the support, so not really having a problem so far on this Earth Spirit.
And that's the most important thing about this hero. It's just quick earlier levels. And then he's a little bit odd because he doesn't really need that many items despite him. Like you really want Blink Dagger, but other than Blink, the items are pretty minuscule for an Earth Spirit. You just really want that urn.
Level 6, Iceberg making the rotation as a Storm Spirit. Looking to see if he can find somebody possibly, and it's going to go right on to Envy now. The Cold Embrace is going to walk forward, drop down a Remnant, deal out the damage, but the fear comes out. It manages to connect. Envy still living in this one. The jump forward, are they going too deep? They will be able to find this kill onto Envy, but Universe, he's shown up and Iceberg's out of mana. But the invis and the walk away.
Moonlight Shadow has just been so much value with all these Mirana picks. Everyone's in these brawling lanes, right?
Yeah.
And so you just have this Mirana on your team to be able to pop it right at level 6 and give you this advantage in a lane that maybe was going a little bit worse for you. Suddenly an invis hero, very hard to deal with.
And who the hell is going to buy Dust at 7 minutes into the game,
middle
right?
tower
Like,
is
unless you're
under
playing
attack.
against a Ricky or something. I think that, like, against the Mirana, obviously, it's more likely that you're going to be buying that Dust, but that tends to come later when it's, like, big team fight things going on.
Yeah, you can't really afford that stuff right now, especially as a support. You want those most basic items.
27 seconds until Envy has his bear friend back again.
Is under attack.
And Nongrata, in the meantime, she's going to feel comfortable pushing in this tower with the catapult.
DJ's getting a lot of experience here, though.
This has tended to be the way that team's playing now, leaving the lane for the support. And And Universe going to come back again after making a long walk over. Winstrike bringing their supports around.
Will be spotted here. At least the Dark Willow's rotation.
Envy just resummoned this bear. If he manages to go down here again, this would be real bad for Fnatic. And Highlight Eye moving over. He does still have that cold embrace. Good bit of damage out. Obviously no 6 as of yet. They're just trying to even kill off the bear at this point. That would be pretty solid for them. And the right click's coming through. It's dropping down lower, and that is a long time without a bear.
It's almost enough damage to take down Envy.
Yeah. Iceberg? Got a little bit of a trap there. But he's fine. Pretty aggressive first 8 minutes.
That's a little disappointing just because they had so much vision on the Dark Willow rotation as well, and they still lost the bear to it.
Yeah. Not what she would have fully expected. Angrada's just eaten Wraithfire Blasts down here, but he's already level 8. Right now having a hell of a game for himself on that Mirana. Universe, level 6. DJ's down here as well. Has 2 points in the kick and 1 in each of the other abilities.
Hoping somebody will show up, try and get a kill. They have a lot of damage right now. 2 points in the stun, they have extra skeletons. Universe already just not messing around at all, skilling into that ultimate too, not holding the point whatsoever. Yeah. Top lane, Pilot Eye being targeted here. No Fear just playing so well in this Dark Willow. There's a lot of damage, but can't get it off because of the cold embrace, and now stunned up. Uh-oh.
That's the reason that you picked this hero against Dark Willow. Nice rotation from DJ. They didn't come bottom, but he finds a kill top. Okay.
And they got a lot of pressure on that tower as well. Looks like the skeletons were popped out there and half damage on the tower.
Yeah. So about 1,000 gold lead so far for Winstrike. Still feels fairly even. There is a ward blocking out the TA Ancients though. Meanwhile, bottom lane, no stacks on that camp either. So gonna be putting a little bit of a damper on Abed's game, at least for now.
Oh, Abed gets the sentry down in time though.
Oh,
and
nice
the
play.
Camp's now gonna be open.
Meanwhile, bounty runes traded off. 2 apiece for each team, it looks like. And still everybody just kind of sitting even.
Dark Willow gonna have Tome now for massive amounts of damage. And DJ does have enough experience that he will also have level 6 after his too. So he'll just start rotating around soon with the urn. And the target has got to be the Storm Spirit.
That would be a very big pickup for him. I mean, it's not the easiest kill in the world at this point, though. You look at the control, and this is something we identified in the draft. You basically have the Earth Spirit kit and then maybe a Wraithfire Blast if you can get there in time. This is going to be a tough one. Unless Iceberg's hanging around at this low HP. Then it's a lot easier.
I always want to flies in there real deep for the ward.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
Everyone very far separated here. Envy's just running the bear around in circles.
Yeah, this is a nice play with the Helm of the Dominator creep. He's just sort of tanking the tower and forcing Silent to take down these catapults himself.
We'll get the glyph out, but he's down the bottom lane. And there's a Moonlight Shadow ready, and they have no detection, so this probably is not going to work out too well for them.
Dire are scanning.
They're thinking about it, though.
They scanned top thinking they were smoking at them.
Oh, this could be really bad, actually. They're all showing up for this one. Universe, they have no idea what's going on right now. And as they open up onto Universe, looking for the kill, Nangrada is seeing if he can find one on the backside of it as well.
They're just bailing.
Yeah, this is the good decision. Nangrada can go for the leap arrow if he wants to, or just hit him right from the get-go. But moving down there, not anticipating the rotations from Winstrike. Winstrike are looking great.
Yeah. Looks like they just spotted exactly what Fnatic wanted to do there. Their own vision game isn't too stellar. I guess they had some in behind the tower up top, and just that deep ward that always want to fly placed before was enough vision for them to just say, yeah, okay. Felt like the vision from the Dyers is amazing, and still to get caught out like that, you know? Very deep observer wards there, just starting to fade here in that Radiant jungle. They had the one up top too, but they scanned on top of that, thinking that it was actually smoke play top that was happening, when really it was so much focus on the bottom lane.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate situation there. One time when the next level play is not the play that's being made.
Blink Dagger are going to be very important so the Universe can just force himself into these engagements and create a focal point for Winstrike to target, and then that'll hopefully buy some space for Abed. If you were an ally of Fnatic,
Right.
that is.
This is a big kill if they can find this. It's not quite going to happen, though.
So difficult.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, all of these heroes for Winstrike, not the easiest ones to go on. Like, probably Ursa is the one that's the easiest. He's still got Enrage to mess with. It's a tough time. All right. Winstrike looking pretty okay to start this one out. The downside is that you do have the Silencer that doesn't really have much in the way of farm, but I feel like that's kind of okay with them.
Yeah, he's just going to press R. Try and help Bojang with the big
Radiant's
team
bottom
fights.
tower is under attack.
Very irritating here to play against, and with them all focusing bottom silent, thinking about heading to the pit, he will.
Radiant's bottom
Oh,
tower
wow.
has fallen.
But they're smoked up and moving this way.
Dire's
They have the
top
Winner's
tower
Curse,
is under attack.
and non-grata will break it.
There we go. A silence immediately onto him. The Magnetize also on top of it, and Iceberg just going to give that one up for broken. They back out. Now the 3-person reapplication of Magnetize. The damage coming out as well. He can hit a second one here. There's a ton of damage coming in with the Magnetize from DJ, and he might be able to find himself another one.
Always
Oh,
crazy.
a little bit too late. That was pretty deep.
Came too close to what is mine.
The good
Dark
old
Willow, she survived below 100 HP. Very low, in fact.
I mean, it looked good. Look at the damage. Almost 2,000 damage done by that Earth Spirit in the fight, but
Yeah. Well, they're able to secure a trap inside the Roche Pit, which very important, so they can keep an eye on that. And then they also have a sentry down too, because there's going to be plenty of sentries in the Radiant to try and de-ward these sentries, or de-ward these traps.
yeah.
And here it comes. From Always Wanna Fly. Down goes the sentry. Oh, hello, sentry.
Uh-oh.
And goodbye, trap.
I mean,
All
they
right,
know
they're
that this is
forcing
happening.
this.
And Iceberg does not have much HP. He just took a ton of nukes on the mid lane.
And they still have Curse.
Yeah, this is really scary.
And
Moonlight
Blink,
Shadow. They drop down another ward. Thinking about going into this one. The trap is down. They roll in with DJ as well. They're able to get the stun silence. Ursa in some trouble. They managed to find that dust out there as well. And the bear just walking into them. The global follow-up, but are they really doing anything at the same time? Meanwhile, the silencer just ends up going down. Storm Spirit trying to escape as well. And with the Terrorize being pump fake, they're not going to fully commit here. Now Grotto leaps up to the high ground, still alive, and they're walking in towards Roche on the other side of it. They managed to find another stun here. Combo onto Storm Spirit. He's silenced. He's going down. He is going to fall.
They have-
3 dead.
Is under attack.
They just crumbled in that team, but I don't know why they were forcing it. Like, I guess they think we have an Ursa, we need Roche, but that was just a terrible place for them to be fighting. The only way they win that fight is if they're completely, like, 100% confident in the play from No Fear, and he didn't cast either of his ultimate. Like, Dark Willow is the only hero that wins that fight, and that relies on you letting Fnatic get nearby enough that you can lay down the Bramble and terrorize them all into it. No such situation. Abed with the Blink Dagger targets down the Silencer, forces a bad global, and there's no jump. There's no initiation. No one else does anything from Winstrike.
It's a really tough situation, too, because you look at this area and you think, oh, Dark Willow around the Roche Pit, it's amazing. You can terrorize them and stuff. But, you know, Fnatic were really careful about their positioning in that fight and making sure that they weren't all clumped together and getting caught by it. So good decision-making there by Fnatic to come in and contest. And, yeah, like you said, Winstrike maybe a little bit too exuberant
Double damage.
in the Roche taking potential.
Yeah, I don't know how you fight that with these heroes right now. That's a massive burden for No Fear.
Dire's bottom tower has
Take
been
down
denied.
the tier 1 tower, the deny. DJ making it happen. 16 minutes in, and what was looking good for Winstrike just a little while ago is now 2,000 gold lead for Fnatic and 3,000 experience into their favor as well.
Oh, and Envy is now going in towards a Solar Crest here. It looks like. In
Dire's
fact, he
top
just
tower
buys the
is under
evasion
attack.
first. First he buys him down, and he's like, no, the value play, top.
They find the Storm Spirit yet again, and Iceberg is just going down. While this is happening, you have Abed that's just like farming with the DD in front of their entire team saying, what are you going to do to me? I got an Aegis. Like, you never expect that when the TA is down here in your jungle, that they're simultaneously sitting up against on Storm Spirit.
It's, the power of Earth Spirit, though, just so much damage, the ridiculous amount of reach that he has, and this Storm Spirit has committed in. He's gone for the Kaya. He's pretty well farmed, right? Kaya into one of the Oblivion staffs. He wants some way to play aggressive and target some of these heroes, but that means he has no defensive option up against a quick silence out of the fog from DJ.
The lead grows a little bit more, 3,000 into the favor of Fnatic.
Radiant's
Now they're going to start their push.
I love this style of launcher that Envy plays for this team. I think it's so perfect as a way to allow Abed to flourish. Yeah, you just shove this bear in front, he has a helm, he gets another creep, get a couple auras going. In this case, the Solar Crest, like that evasion or just putting some blind, so good.
Yeah. So much value against this type of a team, which is dependent upon right clicks. Like, Mirana sure does magical damage, but a lot of it also, as we do see Mirana caught here, Nangrada trying to leap away, and actually might just die to the skeletons. Do they have any duster detection? They dropped down a sentry ward. It hits him again. Very low with the dust out there. Nangrada trying to hide. He's going to TP away. Do they spot him on time? Oh, the Wraith King TP blinked.
Yeah, didn't quite get it right there. And now there's a Rigus here from Silent.
Nice play as they jump in with Iceberg as well. On the other side of the fight, they're able to take down Always Want to Fly, though.
Okay.
And Universe just
One for
gonna
one then.
hold his breath. Hope that Winstrike doesn't chase him out. And he's out of there. Oh, what? Excuse me? Did he cancel that? No, okay. Now he TPs.
Envy at least will have a little bit of survivability for his bear with that Solar Crest. No good use for the offensive shine in this one, is there? Yeah. No one any evasion on that Radiant side?
No, not really.
That's a bit of a classic. But Silent pushing up top here once again. It's like he's always with one of his other cores. I like this. I think one thing that happened to Eternal Envy earlier on when they had the Ursa pick was that before he had the Blink Dagger, just felt like he couldn't do anything. But Silent's been constantly playing with one of his cores. Now that he has the Blink too, they're just kind of moving together, trying to get a bunch of kills going, make some space for the Storm Spirit. And this bear, 300 gold to Nangrada.
The resummon happens immediately. Envy did not have the Solar Crest on his bear at that point. And they weren't able to keep him alive. Arrow coming through. And they decide to evacuate the situation. Lone Druid gets the deny on the tower. And Universe, blink off cooldown in 10 seconds. Still sort of chasing here.
Yeah, come at me.
All right, Silent is going to do just that. They roll in now with DJ, and can they actually find him? That was so well played by DJ. The stun silence comes out, but they do drop the global as well, and now just trying to run away, see if they can escape from it. They manage to find the stun, and there's going to be the fear laid out on top of it. Great play to save their Storm Spirit. He is going to be kept alone for just a moment there. Can they kill him off in time? They actually do. He walked into it.
No fear.
No fear killed him. Oh no, and now he's gonna pay the price. I have never seen that before.
Well, Dark Willow was supposed to win them the Roche fight.
Oh.
And then she stabbed him in the back then, and she stabbed him in the back again right there.
Did you see what DJ did with his initiation too? He sort of like
it was like a
slowed it
slow
down.
roll.
Yeah, and then he went in fast at the very end of it. That was sick.
He shortened the side B, I believe, for all you Falco players out there. I got you.
I appreciate that. Well, Fnatic, 6-13, 5,000 gold lead in the first tier 3 tower down. And
DJ chasing, bottom.
oh, Nangrada does have another leap. Should be okay here, although he gets stunned. They drop down the Magnetize. The silence is there as well, and now with Winter Wyvern in the area, that is Winstrike going to lose him, and the Cold Embrace.
Oh, no fear. Coming for redemption.
Quick, get the Winter's Curse off. All right, no. No fear is going to get the kill there. Yeah, that's such a backbreaker. The accidental kill down there with the Winter's Curse on the Storm Spirit.
It was pretty cool looking. Man, he got nuked so hard. Oh, that's nice. DJ still gave the tip over. You know, DJ is a very positive tipper.
Yeah.
He tips Envy all the time. He's tipping Pilot Eye like, you know what, man? I know you tried to save me. You got me once, but couldn't save me for the second hero, and that's okay. Or maybe he just tips him because he buys all the wards. It could be that.
I mean, yeah, Pilot Eye is making DJ look like a star. Let's be real. Going for the Lotus Orb. All right, can dig it. I like that item choice out of Pilot Eye. Winstrike, you know, it's hurting right now, but the Storm Spirit, as you mentioned earlier, he's still having a pretty decent game. Has died a couple of times since then. How bad is it right now for Winstrike?
He really needs this Orchid. But once he has it, it's just like it commits so much gold, and obviously he can't play quite the same when he didn't just go for Yules or something because he's worried about DJ so much, constantly silencing him and then the chain stuns. But who does he target when he has it? Basically just the TA, and hope that's enough. Abed is not going BKB next, so that might be enough for them.
Ooh.
It's been interesting.
I mean, I guess, do you need to... well, I would automatically think of the Wyvern taking him down, but you don't think that that's as much of a priority if they can catch Abed out?
I mean, taking down the Wyvern would be great. I guess I'm just trying to think of, like, what heroes he can get. If he can get in the backline and get DJ or the Wyvern, that would be
I guess Abed might just
excellent,
turn and kill him if that happens, too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Well, the other thing is if he builds a scythe, even if he orchids the Abed, he's just going to scythe him.
That's a good point also.
So, we'll see how far Abed can get with this one.
Oh, no.
No fear.
They found him.
Should have had some fear.
He is going to die. That guy cannot be saved by the Shadow Realm. Yeah, that's the problem that I feel like with Fnatic's draft is there's so many different targets. And at the end of the day, you still have to deal with this Lone Druid who's starting to get more and more of these items. If you get into an AC, things start to look really scary. And they have found one, but as we said, it might not be good enough as they chase down Iceberg. Abed, no more way to room and chase to follow.
That was a really nice grab, though, because that's why they were able to pick the Storm at the end of the draft, is that there's not a lot of great instant stuns. Like, even DJ, it's hard for him to grab him. I mean, if he gets the silence, which is a sick range, then he could be dead sure, but he wasn't in the area there. Storm's taking some risks. Always want to fly. Goes for a sentry out there. They're probably going to know that's there. They might think it was a ward over here, too. No fear. He needs some fear in his life.
And this guy keeps on getting ran at, and the global comes out afterwards as they want to initiate. They do blow up DJ. That's a huge kill for them to start this one out, and now the Wraith King also going to go down. Do they want to commit for
Abed
more?
There's no blink, though.
A little bit of trouble, and now they've come back into a little bit of an odd situation. Chasing down this bear, Silent, beating his claws at it, and they take down the kill.
I think No Fear can stick with the No Fear. That seems okay.
Yeah.
Gets initiated on, managed to survive. The kick was not there in time because it was a little bit too far away. And then the counterplay there. So now only a 3K lead for the side of the Dire. This is after Roche's with a very firm TA. And this is all just space for Iceberg to try and get towards that defensive item and try and take DJ out of his game. And if he gets on that BKB, then they're in some serious trouble. That's going to force the Winner's Curse on top of the Storm Spirit.
All right.
Always on a fly. Dangerous warding, but he just stops.
It's like, I know what's happening here.
Oh, maybe. Nope.
He's going to get a little hit there onto the Satyr Banisher. He's going to silence that guy up. Hit him up for a little bit. Oh, bottom lane, though. They find Silent. Bearman in a little bit of trouble here, Enrage wearing off, and that will be a kill. This is close to TA's Sheepstick now.
Good old bounty runes. They did get 3 of them. And Abed got the 4th. Straight Sheepstick. It's very strong against Ursa and Storm Spirit, especially with the BKB coming out.
Yeah, kind of mitigates that problem and sort of makes it into a war of who has better vision. Storm Spirit, long jump in onto Envy. He's going to be feared, going to be rooted, but he might still be killed off as this thing wears off. And chasing down Eternal Envy. The Sheepstick reveal, though. They turn it back around. They kill off Iceberg.
All right, where's the tip, Envy?
Oh,
come on.
Man.
Tip your buddy there, because that's the big save from Abed. Oh, that's quite the reveal.
Jeez.
That's a lot. Look at those purple lines from Iceberg. Scribbles all over the minimap.
Always want to fly. Going to be found as well now. And things are starting to fall off the rails a little bit.
And Roche appears. Whoops.
God.
That was the worst possible timing for the side of Winstrike.
And again, you can understand the idea, right? This is a Storm Spirit. He wants to go for this big play, see if he can take down the Lone Druid. Maybe that snowballs into something else for him, but the Sheepstick reveal on the initiation. Rough stuff for Iceberg.
Yeah, and Universe even blinking to the high ground there, trying to find the Dark Willow, assuming that they were in the area, but they're actually down bot, pushing with the Mirana. And Abed's going to find a Arcane Rune, which would be great if he wants to go on a hunt with the Scythe.
Tylai Dai has quietly had himself a hell of a farmed game. He is sitting here now with the full Lotus Orb done. He's above DJ in net worth.
That's what we talked about with the Earth Spirit, though, being a hero that's not greedy at all, but can still have such an impact. And the fact that Wyvern being able to farm waves with such ease, especially at position 5, is really helpful when you're up against this thing with the global silence, right? Like, They picked this after Silencer because they knew that even if he tries to counter you in the team fight, even 20 minutes after the game, you can afford either a Yule Scepter or a Lotus Orb. Lotus Orb is clearly much better because it's instantaneous. Dispels you and lets you get off that counter winner's curse. So perfect itemization here from Highlight Eye.
Arrow goes through but does not connect onto anybody. And Winstrike gonna need to dig deep, as always want to fly, drops down a ward, will be scouted, the stun a little bit off the mark. It's going to be counting his lucky stars after that one, it didn't hit.
Now, in his defense, the Remnants do look a little skinnier than the actual hero. You know, I feel like there's a little bit of an image problem going on there for old DJ Earth Spirit.
That's fair.
I feel like that thing was a little bigger. Certainly would have clipped him.
He's been going to the gym, working out a little bit.
Let's see what it is. Iceberg lurking here.
Invisibility.
Yeah, and this is, it never feels good when you have to play this far off the map constantly as a Storm Spirit. Like, it's what you want to do, but you'd love to be able to, you know, convert that into kills. But now he's going to be relegated to cutting waves.
And Envy is in the vicinity. If Abed were to TP, maybe they could just run it, but no, just go scare him back.
Yeah, and the quick little zip away into TP. While Silent will get the split push going on the other side of the map. They understand the situation that the game's in. The unfortunate part for them is that Fnatic can keep the pressure going, and you can see right there, Storm Spirit good at cutting through these waves.
Yeah, but look what Abed did. He ran down bottom to here, placed the trap, and just killed this whole wave. So, sick push bottom. Wave's practically dead. 3 creeps. Oh, wow. Single-digit HP. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they don't need to bring anybody back for this. Yeah, the strength of TA, even now, after the traps have been nerfed over and over again, they should be able to come close to finishing off this Tier 2 tower. Does he have any more traps out there? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they're all back.
Envy works on the shrine.
It does sort of feel like it has this like inevitability to it, that this is going to turn into a team fight. And when that fight does eventually happen, like, what are Winstrike's options here?
They do not have the best high ground defense. I guess Willow does in some ways. Like, she can perform solo kills on heroes without BKBs. So there is a chance for sure. Like, Abed's still pretty squishy, right? He doesn't have any strength, really. 10 strength from the scythe, and he puts on his treads. Maybe that'll be enough.
Right.
But Dark Willow can have an absurd output.
I guess the other one is Mirana. We've seen time and again the arrow, if it's able to hit somewhere, and he did get into the 100 leap attack speed talent.
Always want to fly. He's being hunted down here. Gonna have to force out.
Yeah, that will be a quick kill. Silencer goes down. They'll be able to keep this lane pressured out now. And it looks like while that's happening, Winstrike seeing if they can secure themselves a kill onto the Spirit Bear. And drop the Bedlam, absolutely everything on it, and 300 gold going into the coffers.
Looks like Silent will get that heading towards his Basher, desperately needed, but Envy also getting some stuff for himself. It will be the Radiance finished up on this Bear.
Yeah, that makes all the difference in the world, right? Like, this split pushing stuff is not going to happen as often now.
TA traps, Radiance Bear.
Yeah, this is tough.
Winter Wyvern. All of that is just trying to split up these Radiant heroes and give opportunities for pickoffs via the Blinking Scythe and the Earth Spirit. And just see right there again, just another trap placed down by Abed in that bottom lane.
And you don't, like, at this point, if you're Winstrike, you just need to invest into fighting items. You can't try and get a gem to try and deal with these traps either. It is going to be a quick jump out there from Storm Spirit. You can only do that so many times, though, since his TP is now on cooldown. And the TP backed by the Earth Spirit. Let's see if you can find anybody. Nobody's home.
That's going to be a bit unfortunate for him. He really wants to be at that bottom fight. That forces the back of Fnatic. So obviously they didn't even want to go if he TP'd out, but... Aegis is about to expire too, as this wasn't worth it, and DJ takes the deny up top.
To me, this feels like it's a point where you might want to smoke as Winstrike. Aegis just expiring, you know, you're going to get your lanes pressured out one time.
They have so much rat potential here on the side of Fnatic, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit has the talent now so he can double roll waves, so it just takes him 8 seconds to kill an entire creep wave.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Already has his Blink Dagger and the Urn.
Not a ton of value in Spirit Vessel this game. I could see him just going for like a Yule. Oh, he already has Yules. Okay. Yeah, Yule's definitely the item.
He's so farmed.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They've almost got as much as the Wraith King does. You know, I was talking about it in the talent lounge stuff about like, you know, what's the answer to 4 cores? How do you abuse the fact that everybody's just trying to play really greedy on this position, like 3.5 stuff? The answer is 5 cores. That's the answer.
Ah, that
just
makes sense.
have everybody farmed.
Yeah. Yeah, this game looks great for Fnatic. And we have the 10-second BKB, so I mean, that was the comeback mechanic for Winstrike, was that Abed somehow died because he didn't buy BKB early enough, but he's able to go back, get it, without being punished for it. And they're going to try to smoke up here with BKB on the Mirana. And we'll see if No Fear can finally make the giant play that his team needs.
BKB also on silent there, walking straight forward. Always want to fly global ready. They break it though. Universe is there, and now Silent getting his blink dagger broken. He is able to get it off though before the damage is applied. And now the runaway, another trap onto 3, and this is just stopped in its tracks.
Not the best smoke gank I've seen.
That one hurts.
Yeah, and they buy a gem right away on DJ.
Well, 33 minutes in, 10K net worth lead, and this is normally the type of, you know, lead where you'd say, all right, it's possible to get back into it, but you look at this Fnatic team, and as you said, it's so easy to push out waves. It's so easy to play safe. Like, they're not needing to take that many chances. They can just sort of do this methodically, wait for this next Roche.
Yeah, at the same time, if it's ever a fight outside of the base, there is a lot of pick-off potential for the Radiant side. Like, they have extremely high damage heroes in like the Ursa and the Mirana and the Dark Willow, and then you have someone like Storm Spirit who doesn't have to conform himself to, you know, roads and trails across the Dota map. He just suddenly zips over a cliff and grabs somebody when you think you're in a safe spot as a support. But they are starting to tank up pretty hard, right? That Lotus Orb Pilot Eye puts him at about 1,220 HP, 15 armor. DJ is up to 2k HP.
That hero.
Yeah, they are not simple targets for him to just zip on and kill.
It always shocks me when I look at the 3.5 per level strength gain on Earth Spirit. Like, that hero is pretty tanky when he gets levels. So
almost able to catch Ursa on the sidelines there. But Pilot Eye will be a little bit late.
34 minutes. Bounty rune's going to spawn.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Roche.
Take their time with this one. Like the Heaven's Halberd pickup as well for Universe. It's going to force out that BKB pretty early from Storm Spirit if he wants to do any damage in these fights.
Yeah, Ursa too. Can't dispel that.
Oh God, Storm. I mean, there's no way he gets him here, right? They're moving down this direction, but he's too quick. I would think he's sticking around in the creep wave, and with the sheep stick, if he shows himself on this wave,
I don't think he'll show on this wave.
He's backing up.
Yeah, I think you just saw that trap get planted.
Radiant's top barracks.
So no bounty runes for Winstrike, and that is a nice bit of gold into their coffers. Tough stuff indeed for Team Winstrike. So now, you know, you look at the sort of Roche fight that we're expecting to happen. You can't even really get outside your base right now for Winstrike. Look at him go.
If only they had like one of these cheeky heroes that allowed that to be useful, you know what I mean?
The Chen? Or
something like that, yeah.
The Chen sent back with the Storm Spirit Ball Lightning. It's pretty nuts. All right, but Roche going to respawn. Relatively quick one here. Winstrike are already in the area. I don't believe that they see it. There is a TA trap in the Roche pit. Universe being that meat shield up front and center, has a blade mail ready. He's just going to blink up into all of them. Finds always want to fly the stun silence on it too.
Lord.
And they just can't do anything. They can do literally nothing.
They can run.
They throw out the arrow. There's the stun, no fear. Trying to get out of there. They blink over the top of it, and as he comes out of that Shadow Realm, meanwhile the jump back onto the backline's not finding anybody though, and no fear is out.
Yeah, that should just be enough. He's trying to grab the wave. They're gonna glyph it.
Oh God. Yes, it hurts. It hurts really bad.
Abed just gonna force him to zip as far as he can. Get away from that pesky Templar assassin. So now the question becomes, do we go Roche or do we just try and go high ground? I think knowing that they probably have buyback on Dark Willow, they could just go high ground because they have already killed the shrine. Or sorry, they can just go Roche, I mean, because they've already killed the shrines. There's no TPs there.
Yeah. Seems pretty solid. They've still got the vessel, or rather the Solar Crest as well.
They thought the same thing though.
They are going to be able to take down this bear, it looks like, most likely. And he's hexed. He's ran it. He's going to be killed. They jump in with Iceberg, wanting to find a kill, but there's going to be the BKB out from Abed. They cannot focus this guy down. They do kill off that Winter Wyvern, and now looking towards Envy as well. Winstrike in a flurry are going to fight back and try and take down these heroes, but Abed is still alive now with this BKB wearing off. He still has his butterfly. Can they kill him off in time? TJ trying to save the die. He silenced everybody. Abed not able to live through it though, and 4 people dead with a long-range shot from downtown. They bring DJ pretty low as well.
That Arcane Rune just did a lot of work for Stormspear. Oh, DJ, whoopsie.
That's not a magnetize you want to do. Non-grata chasing him down as well.
I believe he was trying to use that Observer Ward for the Blink magnetized going on 3.
Oh, man.
They feel like they need to Roche here. And they're definitely correct. Well, well, well. Winstrike. Oh, DJ. I left the gem behind, guys. I'm going in.
Here we go. Looking for their opening. He is a little bit too early, though. That's a little more than he wanted. Stormstreet's going to buy back. They have the Winter's Curse down on the Silencer as well. And with the Yule Scepter lift up, the walk away, they get Roche. And now Storm Spirit.
Refresher Shard.
Also looking for more. He's got him caught here. DJ is still living, though. He's too much HP. Chase forward. Silence says, I want some more, but will not be able to find that kill. A little bit of Fnatic, a little bit of Winstrike. Not sure who this fits better for their team.
Is under attack.
That all started with an Ursa pickoff when he was trying to split push, when he thought they were doing Roche, and then this Arcane Rune Storm Spirit comes in, absolutely slays everyone.
And suddenly, look at the net worths. Look at what they're sitting on now. Like, Mirana is almost on the same level as the TA. Storm Spirit's above Envy, and you've got this Ursa that's just a monster. And sure, you've got like the cores that are really, or the supports that are super farmed, but
yeah,
I don't know, it's getting testy.
Yeah, you definitely don't need the same amount of farm on Dark Will and Silencer. Have an impact there, so uh-oh. And I love the itemization from the Winstrike heroes. I think getting that really BKB on Mirana, even though they're behind, like sometimes you go risk your items, it feels like, but was not the case here for Mirana. So now that they're ahead, she's really feeling good. Well, I shouldn't say ahead, but, you know, much better than they were before.
Caught up a little bit. Yeah.
So the downsides, though, is that Highlight Eye is still pretty scary for that Radiant team if they can catch him. However, he has not progressed in itemization at all, really. He's gone for like smaller stuff, like he finished out some Tranquil Boots and he got an 8th Lens, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so he has no ridiculous initiation options that he can hang back or anything like that. Wouldn't mind seeing that from him if possible.
Well, he's going to pick up a couple of runes here. So too will Winstrike, it looks like.
They're smoking way down bottom here. They might find the bear.
Oh, the bear is going to get found as well. Yeah, they catch it, and it should be a kill.
Yeah.
Envy, obviously. Actually, he doesn't have another one. 70 seconds.
You got that bounty rune, though.
That's true.
So
70 seconds, no bear. That makes a pretty big difference. They still have Aegis. Maybe start cleaning up a couple more of these tier 1s. Mid lane, they've still got them.
Storm Spirit's getting into scary mode. He almost has Scythe here. Practically finished up.
And we talked about the strength of the Scythe against the Storm Spirit because the BKB that works the same way the other direction.
Yeah.
Against the TA.
And no deny on the tower there. It's not Grata cleans that up. And this is where that Wraith King starts to fall off a little bit. Universe Force heading towards the Aghanim Scepter. That's pretty much the most use that he's going to give. If he can create a Wraith of the Templar, that would be pretty crazy. But his power so far this game has been Blink, Stun, and then that starts off a good fight for them, but that's because they were so far ahead that like basically any fight for them just, it's going to feel pretty good. Now it's Blink, Stun, and then there's BKBs that might get off in time because they should be able to react. It's a pretty telegraphed stun from a Wraith King now.
I mean, the other thing to consider, though, is that was like the 9-second BKB from Iceberg, I believe, that did all of that damage. As that starts to wear down, he becomes less of an effective hero. I guess that it's sort of mitigated by all of the other items that he's gotten.
Yeah.
But it's something to consider at least. Like that Halberd could start to play a big role. Depends a lot on the initiation, I guess.
Well, it is going to be gem on gem now, too, so both teams going to be having their own vision clearing efforts here. So initiation will be depending upon that. They are going to be smoking through a Radiant Ward here. Could be a false sense of security here for Winstrike.
Movement. They do have Iceberg up front and center. He does not want to be the one that breaks the smoke, but instead it looks like it might be Non-Grata breaks the smoke onto the Centaur. I don't know if they realize they're walking over this direction now. And DJ is right on top of him. He sees Iceberg. There's going to be the stun. They're able to follow with the silence as well, but they get the global off. Is it going to be enough? Iceberg gets the BKB cheese, jumps back in, finds himself a kill onto DJ. Buyback from him immediately. Silent. Trying to focus
Silence
down
Wyvern.
They've already taken him down. They find that kill, but the sheep stick, they've got him caught. He's in trouble. They need the Storm Spirit in the fight. No buyback for him. The rest of Winstrike needs to be careful here because they're coming in again hot. Fnatic trying to find these kills, and they have been able to find that silencer. Going to take him down. Non-Grata hoping to save the day for his team, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Pylite goes down. Can they kill him off? Silent jumps in, the absolute madman. They do kill off this Mirana, but can they find any more? Looks like Fnatic might have enough. The Hex, the Fear, but the Cursed Crown keeps him alive. Now the turnaround, the arrow, it's going to go out. They take down one. Non-Grata is absolutely crazy, but trying to take down Abed from the other side, and good blink away from him there to keep his life.
Wow, I can't believe they even turned around to be that good looking for them, honestly. But 2 buybacks spent on the Dire side. That means it's a net worth game for the Radiant. Even after all of that, because they're behind.
Look at Non-Grata's damage.
Yeah, the amount he can output with these talents at the attack leap attack speed is just absolutely ridiculous.
And the other thing, too, is that was a fight that was won. I mean, granted, Storm Spirit did a lot, but he died sort of in, like, the middle part of that fight, and they were still able to do so much.
They also had Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher Shard, and I believe all 3 got used. Yeah, it looks like they're all missing, so...
Okay. They picked up the gem. No Fear was able to steal that one away before the courier took it.
Oh, did they have both gems, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Big news.
That's very good for Storm Spirit in terms of his Scythe initiation. So if they have the vision advantage over someone, he can just be balling in and Scythe you before you have any chance to react.
You know it's a Fnatic game when you see a graph like this.
Is probably really going to go Scythe? I feel like he needs a mobility item so bad. But maybe his thought process is that... I don't know what his thought process is. I feel like he needs a mobility item. He's just always getting picked off because he's being spotted. But clearly he thinks that it's inevitable that if he's like further away from the team, he'll just get spotted that way. Like they could just moonlight onto him. Maybe he needs to play around the gem anyway.
It's tough.
It's a hard game for him.
Yeah, I mean, Storm Spirit, Ursa, if anybody finds him, basically, it's going to be a quick death. We also need to talk about some of these talents that are coming out. You got level 20, not super significant on the Dark Willow. Any other ones that stick out? Moonlight Shadow cooldown on Mirana, particularly with the gem.
Yeah. Stealing that gem away from them is just... It's so brutal. This is quite the talent. At least it got nerfed a little bit, but that means there's only 12-second downtime. And you can just infinitely span it because it only costs 75 mana.
Radiant are scanning.
Big plays coming out from Winstrike in this one, trying to keep their group stage hopes alive. They really need a win here if they want to try and set their sights on that main event. There was an interview with them earlier in the year when they were at Star Ladder that said, we just want to make it to TI and that's going to be a win. But once you're here, I feel like you start to see the glory in the main stage and you want to make it there for sure.
Yeah.
45 minutes in, 8,000 gold lead.
God, they just feel like they can't do anything for Fnatic right now, right? Because they have no sentries down. They're like, oh, I don't want to play. Do they even have a sentry? They don't even have a sentry. They want to play a sentry. They couldn't play a sentry. Oh, they have the gem down. Okay, sorry. My bad. DJ's holding the gem. He's looking on the high ground for the ward. Make sure there's not one up there.
That one's on me. They
That's
picked
okay.
up another gem.
It's okay. It's all right.
Chase down.
Yeah, this is the invis. So there is a sentry over there.
Oh.
Universe maybe trying to
DJ,
bait here.
he's still rolling over there on the cliff. They're invis over here, buddy. Universe still chasing.
Oh, there's a nice line here.
They're able to find it. Good Hex, but now the Storm Spirit jumps in. They saw the Hex already out, but there's the BKB from Abed. Meanwhile, Silent turns to fight with the Enrage. He takes down Envy. They don't have it. Pylai Die is in trouble. He gets silenced. He doesn't have anything at all. Meanwhile, the Mute, though, the jump away Storm Spirit low on mana. He needs to get back into this one. Abed is going to get away for the moment, but the Curse Crown down. They get their sights set on him. They want to focus this hero down. Ursa is the one that they're targeting on the side of Fnatic, but this is not the man to kill. They need to take down the rest of them. Non-Grata is dealing out the damage, and DJ's just trying to roll away. 4 dead, and they only killed the Ursa.
Oh, well, DJ may be on the side of Fnatic, but it's Winstrike who have turned the tables.
Oh.
As they are now taking the lead in this one.
Oh, Jesus. That was pretty great. I like those. That was wonderful.
Thank you. Do what I can.
That was huge. Again, you look at this 2,000 gold lead. At 10,000 experience. Storm Spirit has gotten into that auto remnant talent as well. And Envy was just paper in that fight.
Oh, at least it is a long-ish Roche spawn. Fnatic fans out there will be very happy. Now, if Roche was up right now, I would 100% call this game. That's the point it feels like right now.
God, Non-Grata has a Scotty at this stage on top of the MKB and Mjolnir. Tier 2 tower falls 40 seconds before Abed is going to respawn, and it's starting to feel like they might need a buyback from him if they want to hold on to Tier 3, but
no matter what happens in this game, honestly, what a comeback so far from Winstrike. I just felt like they were in such a horrible position and just a crazy fight outside of the base. Like, they had to take some risks, right? They didn't just wait on their high ground.
yeah.
And they took that objective, like, they kind of saw this Arcane Rune, and they forced the fight all off the death of an Ursa. It definitely shows just, like, the damage output of some of these heroes is ludicrous.
Definitely.
If you're not, you know, once your BKBs run out, suddenly Dark Willow and Mirana are going to be able to shred you, even when they were that far behind in gold.
Yeah, I think particularly, like, Non-Grata has had a great game.
He really has.
All day, throughout the, like, laning stage and everything. He was that sort of rock that they had, and then you sort of forget about Mirana, right? Like, it sits in the back, just leaps around. It's hard to kill, so you don't want to initiate onto it.
This is the most successful hero on the China group stage right now, and it's certainly looking like it in this game. I know Non-Grata, too. Like, he's the guy who was really helping to carry them through a lot of the qualifiers. He looked incredible. But then he has to play some different heroes now, right? Like, people were worried. I heard some people talking just about, like, switching to these, like, ranged offlaners and stuff. And I definitely agree. He wasn't looking that good, some of these heroes. But Mirana, he looks very comfortable.
They're down 40 seconds until the next one is up. Universe trying to find the stun, but he's invis. They didn't get the vision. Meanwhile, Abed jumps forward. They managed to find the Hex. Who is that? It's Ursa. He's going to end up dropping there. But meanwhile, on the other side, they take down Envy yet again. Dead at the outset. DJ taking the right clicks from Non-Grata. He's able to jump away from Universe, who's trying to kill him off. And look at the right clicks, just spamming forward onto that Wraith King. Abed going to blink forward, see if they can take down the Storm Spirit. He's dead. 100 seconds on the sideline, but they do a buyback, and Non-Grata just kiting away Universe. He has nowhere left to go. The Cold Embrace, but is it really going to keep him alive? Curse Crown down. A couple more hits, even through the Blade Mail. He's done.
Yeah, that's the Storm Spirit buyback. They're here to secure Roche. Buyback again from the Silencer now, too. Envy, are you coming along for the party? He has Bear. As Universe finally dies. Likely to see him buyback, too, if there's any sort of movement towards that pit from Winstrike.
They've brought this game back to even. And even looking at times, like right now, they're the ones in the lead for sure. 10,000 net worth, or rather experience lead, and just about even on the net worth. Hex, as well as the Nullifier on the
Radiant's
TA.
bottom tower is under attack.
Has her level 25 Refraction Instances talent. This hero is still terrifying, but it is one that we kind of talk about falling off a little bit as the game goes on.
We'll have to Yules up Storm to escape. Storm with the Eon this pickup. Very interesting.
And he knows where he wants to find this kill. The BKB is there, and do they really have an answer? The fear is down, and DJ going to face the wrath of the Storm Spirit. Kill him off Universe. They're invis. They don't have detection. They can't find him.
They're botsing forward with Abed here. He's trying to cut him off.
Abed crazy. Isn't even able to find it. They don't have any way to save this guy. He did a buyback. God, he did not have buyback right there. Always want to fly, gets jumped on. He's going to end up dying.
No more from me.
That would have been unbelievable. Abed almost clutches out the game in a single moment off the back of the death of DJ. And we're still at a point where Roche is remaining here. Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard. A game to help decide the groups. Only game one in this series. Both of these teams, they need every win. You do not want to be in the lower bracket. You don't want to be eliminated from groups, Winstrike. They're doing everything they can.
They're fighting for their lives. They have the gem now on the Wraith King. The Invis has a couple of times now caught them out, and
oh, the skeletons. They say it's time, Universe. Come to Roche. Dad, where are you? Save us.
I want to take it. Oh, Non-Grata is going to run away. You got to be so careful. It's silent. He's thinking about jumping. He does have the Abyssal, but they see him on the trap. And they are not going to go for it. And Envy going to invest into the Aghanim Scepter. A lot of people have mixed feelings about this item.
Mixed feeling as in it's really broken and annoying.
Yeah. But some people
Those
also
kind of
say
mixed feelings.
It's when you feel like you can't win team fights anymore, you go for it also.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, there were a couple times where he had to micro his bear ghost from the Wraith King so that the Spirit Bear could keep attacking. That was pretty funny. So don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
It's true, and now at the very least it means that he can, because he's just been paper and dying every single fight.
Yeah.
At least he has like that extra hero now in the bear. It's going to be around.
But what about the Centaur? No one ever thinks of the Helm Creep.
That's true. What a guy.
Wait, but if you put the Helm on the bear... Oh, jeez. All right. Someone can tweet at me if that works. Of course it works. The creep doesn't die. It's just, it's a yoke. It's fine. It's okay, guys.
I was not there with you. Oh, God, but DJ's there with Iceberg. The stun, the silence, the hex, the everything but the Aeon Disc and the turnaround, and they've got him caught. That's the fear. He didn't have his BKB out. Silent turning here, trying to take down this TA. Now Grana is also in the area. They threw out the Winter's Curse, but it hit onto the Dark Willow, not onto the Mirana. They can't take him down. Silent in a ton of trouble, and they also killed off the Storm Spirit. I don't know if it matters anymore that they didn't kill off Nograna because...
They've got a lot of buybacks, so they can come back into this as Fnatic, and there's no Storm.
Is gone. They kill off Envy, but he still has his bear.
Still have the bear, still have the buybacks. I think this could be very good for Fnatic.
Dual Scepter lift up. Again, 100 seconds before the Storm is back online. They do have leaps, but they don't have abilities to cast their spells. Disarm trying to run, and it is not going to happen. 100 seconds for him as well, as the Aeon Disc procs for the Dark Willow, just trying to run away. The bear is on top of him, though. Going to start to get the punches onto No Fear. Another one dead. More buybacks.
Oh, downtown arrow connects onto DJ, but they can't follow up even with these buybacks. The rest of Fnatic can slowly back away here, take Roche with very little threat, but 70 seconds, not enough time for them to end the game. The Storm Spirit has been so much for Winstrike.
Look at the gold change here. You've got, what is that, 6,100.
They're starting to come back over here.
Need to be careful. You also have the tier 3 tower that's being assaulted up in the top lane. Arrow connects onto one. It's just the bear, though. Can they kill it off? The Terrorize goes out as well, fearing away the Winter Wyvern. She's not going to be here in this fight. Silent, able to find the Abyssal, but this TA, the Refraction instances, there's so many of them. And No Fear going into the Shadow Realm. They lay down the Magnetize. This should be enough to get the kill. Universe barely living. He threw out the Wraith Fire Blast, which killed him. DJ finds the stun. Where's the gem? They got it caught. Universe is there. What a player. He manages to find Mirana yet again muted. Can she live? No. DJ gets the double. That's no buyback. 2 minutes dead. I was never in doubt. We always knew Fnatic was going to take it.
No, it's still not over. That Storm's coming back, and he 1v5'd them at the top tier 2 once already. I can't count him out quite yet. But that was the battle for the game. Both teams, only 2 buybacks in the entire game. The Ursa and the Earth Spirit going into that one. And Fnatic, they are the ones who achieve the high ground, start hitting some racks here, but Storm's gonna do everything he can. Starts with the zip, killing some creeps.
Going all the way out
that
to
back
here.
door, it's about to kick in here. They might get one of these tier 4s.
They don't have a glyph, though. Back door.
Oh, there's creeps. My mistake. They're in there.
Oh, they didn't kill those creeps. They're just going for the tier 4s. They don't have an answer for this. Storm Spirit in trouble. He's going to go forward for the Hex. They need to find themselves a couple kills, but the Winter's Curse is down, and they're going to decide to turn now onto this man. There's going to be the Hex. There's going to be the catch. There's the kill, and it's the game. Fnatic take it.
Oh, the Aeon Disc was nice. Saved him several times, like the Invis Initiation from DJ, but not be enough in the end here as Fnatic do close out, I believe, what you would call a barn burner.